Hello, and welcome to Jadekine Gaming Presents the Observatory. My name is Bob, and this is the 58th session of the Shadow Kingdom 5th Edition Dungeons & Dragons campaign. Joined here with Austin as Mary, Ryan as Mother June, Adam as Herr Wolfgang?
Yep.
Herr Wolfgang, and Nick as Maribel. So we're going to start off where we left off, which is right after the morning meeting.
Yep.
I don't believe I've
Wednesday.
got what everyone's doing. So, I'm betting it's going to be a whole lot of nothing.
It's Isaac go sleep.
Yes.
Yes. Sleep to prepare to
Sleeping,
go assassinate
sleeping.
again.
Yep. Day walking. Mother June, you got any plans?
I still got training.
Okay, so you're going to go and train.
No.
Okay. So. Excuse me, good lord. You've got 8 hours of training to do, and they've got 8 hours of sleeping to do. Except for you. I think you're on a 4 hour, aren't you?
I still got to get a long rest.
Okay, so 8 hours of sleep for you, for them, and 8 hours of training. So, it's like 10 o'clock after the morning meeting.
Okay.
And so 6 should be about 6 o'clock when you guys are you all are waking up and you're done with training.
I mean, you could probably slip in the 6 hour short rest, or long rest, and we go hit her at midnight.
Long rest is 8 hours.
I thought it was 6 hours.
No.
You're thinking probably about the amount of sleep you have to have during that period, but you still have to have those other 2 hours of just resting.
You still need 8.
Although,
She
Elf?
needs, yeah,
Yep.
she needs 4 hours sitting there,
Yeah, 4 hours of meditation.
followed by another 4 of not doing stuff.
But I can go ahead and spend however X amount of hours sitting in a carriage,
True.
which I could technically still do while meditating, so I could spend a whole 8 hours in a carriage.
You could.
Yeah.
You could spend 8 hours wherever you wanted to spend 8 hours, as long as it's not the surface of the sun. You won't be there.
Yeah.
Like you want to go sit under a waterfall for 8 hours, you can do that too.
Yes. Training mind and body.
Mm-hmm. But are we just going to go at 6 then? Well, no, we would want to wait till nighttime anyways.
Yeah, it's 6. You guys are awake. You have not had your rest yet.
I'll start resting.
Okay. So,
Do you tell
does
us?
it take 4 hours to rest, or?
that's what I feel like it is when I'm double checking.
Yeah,
Because you said that like you needed the extra.
I didn't say that. Nick
No, they said it. Yeah.
Oh, well, just for the long rest purpose.
After resting in this way, the forest, you gain the same benefit as a human does from 8 hours of sleep.
Yeah, I think.
Oh, you actually do have a shorter long rest.
Yeah, elves just have a 4 hour long rest. Yeah.
Okay, then I'll take the 4 hours now and get my long rest in.
Yeah.
Okay, so are you guys going to do anything in your time, or are we just going to move it to 10 o'clock?
Not studying anything.
No, we're just waiting on when we do the thing.
Right. Had a long rest. Roll a d20. Evens.
Get all my magic spells back.
I love little comments that I have on my page of like possessions I have. When I look over and I'm like, that just says big toe.
You took someone's big toe?
Yeah, I imagine, and that feels like within character. But then, but I imagine that me, like my character, occasionally stumbles upon his items as he sits there for 4 hours, just kind of looks through his things like pink. Oh yes, the pink sand. I got that from that extordium. Yes, big. Whose toe is this?
Important question. It's like they walk into the room just like, are you missing a toe?
Doesn't matter, still gonna eat it.
Yeah, it even says here, if you meditate during a long rest, you finish the rest only after 4 hours. You otherwise obey all other rules for a long rest, only the duration is changed.
Yep.
It's like I have hair from Gustav and hair from Molly, and I didn't bother to mention whose big toe it was though.
Don't you also have hair from the necromancer and the kid?
I do.
Oh, right. But yeah,
And some from Forest.
hang out, play with dog.
Alright, so that's how you're spending your 4 hours waiting for Ryan to get done resting.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Make sure that Molly is contacted and available. And
Yeah, so we're doing it team.
Alright.
It'll take about 2 hours to get over there. Be about midnight. Well, half. Take the carriage.
So yeah, about an hour.
Yeah. So, what's Molly got for us as far as the description of the sorceress abode? Also, we should probably get her some sort of detect magic eyeglass of some sort, so she'd be able to.
So Molly tracked her down to a basically an apartment complex. It's a series of houses that are been like broken up into different apartments, and she has a apartment at the back corner apartment of a basically it's a 2-story building, and there's 4 apartments, 2 on the bottom, 2 on the top, and hers is wait. It says back corner. Okay.
And it said 2 on bottom, 2 on top.
Yeah, so I don't know why I put corner in there.
is that where the door is? Is on a corner? Or?
Yes, that's where. Thank you. I'm like, why did I put back corner with it's 2 on the bottom? Okay. Yes. That's where the door is. And Molly's like, of course the door is on the back corner. So yeah, it's each of the bottom floor apartments exit out to the sides. One's in the front, one's in the back. Hers is the one that the entrance is in the back corner, and then the 2 apartments up top. One enters onto either side of the street. So they enter out of the front of the building with the stairs that go down. And hers is the bottom floor on the right side that enters out of the back corner, so it enters out kind of into an alley. No, it's a larger alley. It's just not a. People walk through there. It's just not like.
So it's only got one entrance.
Yeah, her apartment, seemingly. I mean, it's got windows.
Yeah.
Square footage, is a square footage within a 40-foot diameter? Would silence cover the entire apartment?
No.
Okay.
I mean, how small of an apartment do you think she lives in?
I don't know. She's
in an apartment.
Yeah, she's a lieutenant in the gang. Like, silence
About
would
the si-
cover
about
this.
the size of this whole room? One apartment?
Yeah, no, this isn't New York. It's fancy Kentucky.
Yeah. It's like, I'm pretty sure if you
Your
drop...
apartment comes with its own basement.
Okay, now that we know that she's magically capable, as well as the question is how are we going to plan to interrogate her? We basically need, I guess, you on like dispel magic duty for in case she tries to
Leave.
run on us.
Mm-hmm. It's like, I only have 2 of those slots, though, and there's gonna be an alarm on the door.
Yeah, remember, dispel magic isn't counterspell.
Yeah.
Most probably.
I'm counterspell.
You actually have counterspell?
Yeah.
Wow.
Neato.
Okay.
What do you think I am? Some sort of insane doctor?
What's that one you picked up after him?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Counterspell and lightning bolt. As soon as he got control over what's choosing. Counterspell, lightning bolt.
So it was totally the doctor's self-imposed rules that were doing that? Okay.
The doctor was doing experiments with alchemy.
I don't want those spells. Those spells are gross.
Do you have any idea how unstable it is to try and counterspell through a potion?
They smell bad.
Yeah.
And evidently, there's this. That's all I can find.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, so I don't imagine if we can keep her magic contained. I think we should be able to wrangle her.
That said, he probably only has 2 of those also.
I think that
Three?
should be sufficient.
Yeah.
Which one of us is wrong?
Yeah.
Hey, at least you asked.
Yeah, you have 3 third-level spells, Mr. Druid.
Yeah, no, 3. I have no
Is it
idea.
actually you say 3 and you just couldn't read your own handwriting?
No, it's 3. It's very clear. I think I was just mistaking that for 3rd level. And I usually make little dash marks over here. And I can see 3 dash marks, too.
Yeah, we're 6th level.
I don't know, maybe I had more spells yesterday than I remember.
Anyway.
Then again, we didn't need that extra dispel magic.
Yeah, right.
We don't know that. Because we could have done stuff with trying to get into the chest if we felt like we had the spells available.
I'm not gonna comment. Good luck with that.
Yeah,
We'll get to it at some point. So, we'll go ahead and, Alright.
So, coming up on it, pass without a trace as we come up to it,
Mm-hmm.
Come up to what?
to her door. Like,
Okay, if we so are we en route there yet? Are we?
I believe we're in my mind, we're in the carriage going over plans with Molly as we're
Are we
driving-
taking the carriage into the Balanced Blades territory?
To the edge.
So,
I thought we were going through the sewers.
I don't believe hers. I did not think we were going through the sewers. I thought we should settle. I say take carriage to edge of Balanced Blades district.
Yeah, and it's like we can take it to the edge of their zone and then we can make our way into the place from there.
And I don't have all of the sewers maps here, so I don't know the closest exit from the sewer near her place. So,
I don't know, how did Molly get there? Did she go through sewers or did she do an above ground?
oh, she did an above ground.
Okay.
How well does she feel like we could get through?
Like, no one knows you guys.
yeah.
Do they not?
No.
I felt like because of the mockery that they made trying to break people out.
No one saw
No
us.
one saw him. He wasn't wearing the same face that he usually wears.
Yeah, he's changed
Okay.
disguises.
He snuck out just straight, I'm a bunny, don't mind me. He completely Bugs Bunny his way out of there, where he's just like, I'm just a member of the crowd. I don't know what you're talking about. And Bugs Bunny his way out.
The necromancer couldn't have snitched on us because he was long gone by the time anybody could have interrogated him, and the rabbit who saw us last night is no longer around, or at least he's back at our base somewhere.
Mm-hmm. And Gato and Yank are both dead and partly alive. And they were the only ones who also interacted in that bar. Or it may have just been Gato. I don't know if Yank ever made it over there.
I used to spend some time in the bar gathering information before you guys made a mockery, and I felt like it was no longer a safe place to go.
Yeah, I don't remember if... No, wouldn't it... Yeah, you.
Yeah. It was probably Richter, because at the time.
Yeah, Richter's the one who actually paid off Gato from being imprisoned over there.
Yeah. So yeah, but we're not...
So we have sufficiently changed faces enough that it's not a problem.
Yeah,
And
no
I
one-
never showed up.
Yeah. So we can just be on the streets at night.
Okay.
And then start sneaking when we get closer.
Okay. Anyways, on the way, probably before we exit our area, I will mage armor.
Okay.
Versus doing it in the person's house. Oh yeah, you weren't planning to be there at all that night.
No.
That makes more sense.
No, I was planning to be back at base, where I could not be possibly in danger.
Before I go, either with in the time of the carriage ride or before then, I'll go ahead and use my disguise kit to just be nondescript. I'm just going to be whatever, an elven woman of not Mother
Just
June's.
ooze out those distinctive features, so if somebody looks at you and goes, "Yep, that's an elf."
Yeah, pretty much. You're gray manning yourself.
Yeah. It's like nondescript elf.
That's
woman.
what they were like between like a 6 and 3 feet. Kind of a tall, short type of body.
Heavy set thin man.
Heavy set thin man. Yeah.
If he was,
They had hair, but it was kind of short. Might have been bald, but it was also kind of put up real fancy too. So I don't know.
They had 2 hands.
if Wolfgang,
2 whole
No,
hands,
Richter.
man. Be careful there. That's awfully.
Right now I'm Wolfgang.
well, yeah, if Wolfgang
There might have been a third one in the
wore
back pocket. I don't
one
know.
of the boneless as a cloak, could he put another cloak on top of it and hide it to carry around an undead with him?
What? I'm sorry.
If he took one of the boneless and wore it on his back with another cloak on top of it,
This is the skin and muscle and meat of a full-sized human.
so not as flat as I would want. Okay.
It's like, this is not like a piece of cloth.
No,
It's
it's something he let me have a zombie wear it as the cook. It's not really. That's not really what it's supposed to. It's supposed to be a skeleton specifically that can wear it because that muscle stuff can go in the extra areas that isn't there for a skeleton.
So,
yeah, the zombie looked like a big, bulky, weird-looking dude.
Yeah.
So disguise kit,
So if you want him to look like some sort of
hunchback.
Bloodborne boss or something,
Mm-hmm. And I'm guessing the individual hand ones aren't very high D or CRs.
not the limbs one. No.
No, not the
No, he
swarm.
means like the crawling claws,
There's something an
which
undead
isn't
you
necessarily a bad thing to still get because it's well maybe not a good fighter. It's a good scout.
could scout and action economy.
It's
Use
also
the
a
help
good. It's
action.
also a good. Like if you have it where you could switch your senses to it, even just throw in your own backpack for its senses is blind sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you need to switch over and just see, is there an invisible person right around me?
And it can give people advantage.
Yeah, throw it at someone. Give me the help action hand. Give me a hand.
Yeah.
But really, I mean, how creepy would that be? Just throwing hands at people, just
Just why do
Hey,
you
hey,
have
hey.
more than one?
Hey, man.
You're basically a monkey throwing them hands.
Everyone needs a helping hand, right?
Yes.
We established that hands are great. Just wallpaper your walls with them.
Good lord.
just maybe like a round room just full of hands,
Yeah,
made of gold.
That can grab stuff for you.
Yeah, it's not creepy at all.
No, they're helpful. It's a shelf wherever you need it.
But yeah, we'll go ahead and let the totally trained, proficient, and have already been before person take the lead on our stealth objective, along with our passive
Okay, so she's sneaking up with y'all?
yeah.
Okay, well,
Tell me when we get within like 5 minutes of the place.
okay. You're within 5 minutes of the place.
I was going to say third. Yeah, 5 minutes is good enough to cast. I cast Pass Without a Trace on us.
Yeah.
So when we take this group check, hopefully more than half of us succeed.
Okay. Okay. I'll go ahead and push it forward until we're 1 minute away from the place then.
Okay, well, you guys are sneaking up at 5 minutes, or are you sneaking... So you're sneaking towards the place.
Right. And the idea is that I'm going to be handing out inspiration to people at that point, so that they'll be able to use the extra dice on whatever.
Okay. So I'm going to need a group stealth check. Without inspiration, because you don't have it till you're almost there. So.
Yeah.
And we get a +10.
Yes.
Yeah.
29.
Okay.
23.
27.
And Ryan?
Hey, that's pretty good.
28.
I rolled a 17.
Okay. Yeah, you all managed to, shockingly, with Pass Without the Trace and following Molly's stellar lead, sneak up onto House.
So then I hand out 4 inspirations as we approach the place.
So,
What is inspiration? Is it advantage or is it?
D8 on a check.
And it's an ability check or skill check.
Ability, saving throw, or attack. Or healing or damage on a spell.
Ooh,
Yeah, bunch
so
of
fancy.
different stuff.
Yeah, because yours is special.
It's because they expanded it in Xanathar's to give it extra options.
Okay, I'm going to have to look at that.
Yep.
but it is not the extra temp HP one that you can also hand out.
That is my sub-quest unique one. Is the one that allows you to move as a reaction and get temp HP. That is
Alright.
my special one.
So, you guys are about 1 minute out, because he just handed out that stuff.
Yep.
Is there any change to approach, or are you guys going straight to the front door?
I mean, there seemed basically to be a single door. So we're going within range and probably see, I mean, if any windows are open or something, like we have an option
So
there.
was the goal to sneak in and kill this lady too?
I think-
Ryan wants to take her prisoner.
The goal is to sneak in and see if she will submit.
We're here to get information about the coin. And determine what exactly how the Valid's boys will react to their boss being taken out.
Mm-hmm. So, when we get inside the door, ask Wolfgang if he's could cast detect magic and see if the door is alarmed, along with looking at the windows.
Cast it.
Okay. Regular cast, not ritual?
Yeah, I feel like we don't quite have the time for it here.
Alright, so as you cast detect magic and you look at it, you go, oh, I can definitely tell which one is the sorceress.
Yeah.
Because as you're looking, her windows seem to have an obfuscation, thank you, enchantment upon them. And you can't see through them.
So it's not obfuscating the magic on the windows, it's making it so you can't get into the building.
Yeah, it's you literally can't see into the window. And the doors and all that seem to have standard alarms on them. And then there's a small slit on the door that's some nature of scrying detector. Like on the exterior wood part of the door itself.
So just knock knock and smack the coin over the peephole?
Oh.
I mean, if we're not busting in to kill her, we can't just knock knock.
Mm.
Either that or dispel the scry, peephole, and door. I'll take 2 of my 3. Well, if we're rushing, we wouldn't need to do that. Just the door and go in. But we can see that we're standing outside of what we believe the view range of the scry.
No, not necessarily.
True.
You don't know what it is. I mean, you can take a.
I know it's divination.
Yeah, you know that it's a scrying sensor of some kind, so you can do a Arcanum check. It would be difficult without being able to get a closer look at the spell work to try to gauge what its range may be.
Do you have the coin?
Yeah.
Do you want to just go up and present it?
I think that's a fine idea, but I'm also concerned about what happens
When she teleports away.
if we need to get in there immediately and give her like actions basically.
It's like, my vote is pro the rush in method.
It is about midnight at this point.
Yeah. So she might be sleeping.
Or
Oh.
did you guys take the carriage?
Yeah, so it's
So it's
11.
about 11:30, somewhere in there, because of the traveling. But yeah, about 11.
My vote is rush in.
I mean, if we're not going to kill her, just knock.
Knock and
Well, yeah, say I think we can knock. I'm just somebody be I kind of want somebody to be able to watch the other side in case she takes a route out of our line of sight if
Well,
she runs.
We know
Well-
she's a sorcerer. She could have, like, Dimension Door or any other of these teleports.
Right.
So, I mean, one of us could definitely look at the window. It's like,
Molly?
Molly watched the window.
Yeah.
Basically, Molly watches like the side escape, see if she's.
Molly's like, I can't see through the windows.
Well,
No,
if
none of
she
us can,
climbs
but-
out of the window,
If she comes out, or if she appears in the alley beside the place.
give a yell.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'll have Tony look out.
But anyway,
So,
I'll be the one to just approach,
Mm-hmm.
and the rest of you can just wait in the wings.
Yes.
Probably easily want to be within 30 feet.
It's like, think I should drop Pass Without Trace and give you enhanced, like,
No,
charisma?
I'll do it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and enhance my charisma, and then I'll approach the door with the coin. and
Okay.
Go ahead and knock.
You still have your magic sight up, so you see a slight glow on the door where the sensor is, and then it fades, and it doesn't. You wait for about 5 minutes, and there's not really a response at the door.
I knock again, but I hold the coin out, facing the door.
All right. Once again, whole thing goes and then goes, and there's still no response at the door. I would like to point out again, it is midnight.
Okay, just
I try opening the door, see if
The
it's
door seems to be locked.
okay. Go up, dispel magic on the. I don't know if there's an alarm or an arcane lock.
There's an alarm, there's an arcane lock, and there's the scrying sensor. You know about that.
Okay. And targeting an object only targets one of the spells, right?
I believe so. That
Yep.
You have to know which spell that you are targeting.
And then I'm targeting the. Austin's really good at lockpicking. I target the alarm.
Okay.
Awfully boastful of yourself over there.
You've proven good, and I can buff you. You already have a buff waiting in the wings. Did you ever re-roll your portents?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What'd you get?
11 and 14.
I could see him picking a 14.
Either of those are pretty good for an Austin roll.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Well, you let me know if you want one of those.
I mean, hey, why would I need it? I'll have faith in my dice, right?
That's also an option.
That is definitely an option.
I've got a D8 on inspiration if you want to use it.
Yeah.
It simply used 5 minutes of it. You only got 4 minutes left on it.
Mm-hmm.
So pick a lock?
Yeah, pick the lock.
Better than those. See,
Nice.
I rolled a 16. I get 26.
Yeah, that would unlock it.
Does the sensor glow again with that?
No.
Yeah. Open and just
Yeah.
go in.
It's open and go in.
Should have brought the Roomba.
Okay. So you open the door and enter.
Yes.
Well,
Do I see any immediate magic go?
Yeah, before we pass the threshold.
Well, the alarm. Oh no, you dropped the alarm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, there's the obfuscation on the windows. I don't know why that word is so hard for me. And inside the room itself, it seems to be like entirely aglow. Like the walls, the chairs, the floors, and all of them have different magical signatures. Like to the point where it's almost blinding to you.
Is a lot of it utility?
I mean, there's some utility. There's evocation. There's necromancy. There's alteration. There's all of the different schools of magic are scattered throughout the entire room.
Fireball.
There's an apartment complex. Let's not fireball the apartment complex.
There's one room in the apartment complex. Fire doesn't spread.
That is factually untrue.
we know that it does.
Is this a single room apartment, or can we see another door from
As
the
you
entry?
walk in, there seems to be you kind of walk in and there's a living room area. There seems to be some nature of kitchen. There's a small little table off in a little nook that's next to one of the windows. And as you're inside the building looking through, those windows are perfectly clear.
Yeah.
But you can't see in from the
They're
outside.
just tinted.
Mm-hmm.
And as you look around, there seems to be a hallway leading back.
On the floor in front of us, there's obviously magic. Is there? I'm going with evocation. Is what
There's
I'll
a hodgepodge of different magical signatures throughout the entire thing, including evocation.
Some places.
send in Tony.
Yeah, that's a good point. Tony's got blind sense.
All right.
Is there like a fireplace?
There seems to be a stove, but there's no fireplace.
Is there anything in the building that isn't magical?
Is the stove?
No, it's like everything's been hit with magic.
Is the stove fairly close to where I'm entering?
It's across the room. It's like more in the kitchen area. So you kind of enter into more of a living room style.
Does it seem like the kind of thing that burns wood?
I mean, it's a stove. It burns whatever you put in.
Fireball.
Is there soot? Or does it seem like it's magically ran in such a way that it doesn't produce that?
There's a chimney that goes up. You could certainly go over there and find soot.
If it feels like I have a safe path, seeing the magic as I walk, then I check and do so.
I mean, there's little bits of magic all over the floor. You want to do an acrobatics check to try to avoid... What magics are you trying to avoid?
I mean, like it's things like evocation, like...
I mean, there's evocation. All of the different schools of magic are scattered throughout the entire thing. So what are you trying to step on, and what aren't you trying to step on?
Say we might also be dealing with a whole
For
bunch
the
of
record,
false magical
For the
auras.
guy, those of you who do not have magical vision up, you can roll a perception check if you'd like to look or an investigation to check the floor.
Okay.
Perception 18.
Yeah, I'm good. They said it was filled with magic. I don't care. I'm not going in there.
You can literally fly.
Yeah, and that's why Tony can go in there.
Mm-hmm.
And once he doesn't get like zapped like a bug zapper, then I might consider it.
So I get 17 on my perception.
Okay, as you guys look around, as you guys look around, you don't see anything of note. Like, you've seen circle traps and things like that on floors before. You don't really see any traps. It just looks like a fairly well-furnished little apartment. Kind of comfortable, a little homey. You know, it seems like someone was more interested in textures and colors kind of thing.
Okay. So
Like, it seems like it's not like magazine pretty, but everything seems to be comfortable and well loved. But you don't see anything that's obvious as traps or magic.
So could
You, with your magic setup, are still borderline blind with just this Technicolor Dreamcoat of magic that's in this entire apartment.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, avoiding evocation, I'm guessing alarm is abjuration. Abjuration.
Abjuration.
But
So
otherwise...
which schools are you willing to step on?
Don't try and tell me to know all of the different schools.
There's only like 8 of them.
Yeah, but I played so much Skyrim that those are the ones that I'm coming up with.
But you're a wizard, Harry.
I don't know.
So he's fine to step on all the non-abjuration or evocation.
Yeah.
So
So all transmutation, all necromancy, all
illusion, enchantment,
Yeah.
conjuration.
conjuration. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, so there's abjuration, conjuration, divination, enchantment, evocation, illusion, necromancy, and transmutation. So which ones are you willing to step on?
First off, do I see in such a pattern that it looks like a specific one has a path, maybe that's leading through?
Nope. It is a hodgepodge. It is completely random, and you've got about maybe a minute left on your vision before it starts to fade.
Stupid Ryan. Yeah. So not the two that I said.
So which two are you willing to step? Which ones?
I'm not doing. He mentioned evocation, and then we've already had issues with abjuration. So I'm
you're
avoiding those.
not. You're trying to specifically not step on evocation or abjuration.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an acrobatics check, as Herr Wolfgang is going to try to dance his way through the apartment.
I see him rolling.
What?
I give him bonuses. I have a +5.
That's pretty good.
You also have a guidance that's, or not a guidance, an
3
inspiration.
plus 5 is 8 minus 1 because you said athletics.
Acrobatics.
Oh, acrobatics. So just straight 8.
You still have another D8.
You do have the 8 you can roll. Okay, so you go and take a couple steps, and all of a sudden this little voice in the back of the head goes, "Are you dancing?" And it just throws you off. And you wind up stepping in the wrong place, where you step on an evocation spot.
Did anything happen?
No, nothing at all.
So this might just be residue magic versus actively.
Still continue working just to avoid the
Abjuration.
Abjuration.
Okay, so you're just trying to avoid abjuration.
Yep.
So you stop.
Yeah. So
Mentally berate yourself, and then are you going to try and... Where are you headed to?
Are
you just like...
Right now I'm
thinking-
heading towards the middle as if... I'm starting out going towards the kitchen, but I get the feeling that none of this does anything.
You'd have to go... Yeah, you'd have to go past the kitchen to go down the hall, so okay.
Because I'm kind of headed that
there's
way.
a bunch of junk magic here, but doesn't mean there isn't any real stuff.
True.
Otherwise, getting kitchen with the thing, is there soot in the stove?
Well, as you go over to investigate the stove for soot, no, I'm not making you roll for soot. But your magic vision does fade. And yes, there's soot in the stove. Like in the chimney portion.
Okay.
Did you need soup for something?
I was going to put it on my feet so you guys know where you can step.
Oh. How elaborate.
But at a certain point, I'm like, I don't feel like it matters. You said there was a little table in the... Like, in a little cubby on the side?
Mm-hmm.
Is there like a little chair there?
Yeah, there's a chair.
I sit down and I begin to ritual detect magic.
Okay.
As we're all just in the entryway.
Yeah, so he's in there sitting down at the breakfast nook, moving the salt and pepper shaker out of the way as you begin to, like, pull out little beakers and mix stuff. Oh, or, wait, that's
Yes, no,
that's not Wolf.
I'm crystals and powders at this point.
Yeah, you pull out your crystals and your powders.
Probably start pulling out my powders, be like, unscrew the top of the pepper and start...
Yeah.
It's like, can you call over Tony and have him at least go check and see if there's someone in the back room through blind sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have Tony go back there and check the rest of the house without going in myself.
At least come into the entryway and close the door behind us.
So yeah, after we let Tony in, we close the door.
Inside the room or outside the room?
I'm going to be inside the apartment.
Yeah. We're all just inside the entryway.
Are you inside the entryway? Because you said you
I'll
weren't going
keep an eye on the outside.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I thought you were
With
going
me and Molly.
Yeah.
We'll keep an eye for, like, teleporting away.
Okay.
So do you want
You've
Molly?
got Tony. That's almost as good as me being there.
Do you want Molly to go on one side of the building?
Yeah, yeah. And I'll go the other way.
Okay. So you're gonna stick on the front door side, and she's gonna move towards like where you enter.
If you're going to stay outside, could I borrow your lockpicks? I'll give them back.
I mean, no, these are my lockpicks.
Well, then come inside.
Why?
In case there's
Because
more doors
there
still
are more
locked.
doors in here.
Why do you not own your own set? These are my set. These are special.
Because we rely on you, a member
It's like
of our organization.
yeah, I can order more.
Fuel the pyre one way or the other.
Well, if there's another lock, I'll come back for it.
Okay.
You can fly.
You can fly. You can fly.
And the floor does nothing.
I'm aware. As I fade into the night.
At least Mary is consistently just a lazy jackass.
I don't want to be where all the danger stuff is.
I want to be there when I can sling fireballs and nothing else.
It's not there. She lives here. The magic here is protective.
Unless it's all a giant trap.
Perhaps. But it's not.
Well, Tony's checking the house. And I'm helping him by looking through his eyes.
Would you be quiet, you darn rodent?
I give Tony a +6 to his perception check.
An actual +6?
Well, no, D6. Does Tony need to roll something?
To look for people, yeah.
Yeah, okay. +5 to Tony's perception.
Well, he's got a perception of, like, I think +1.
Mm-hmm.
And you order Tony to go look for folks.
Yep, +1.
9.
Okay. Tony reports back that there are, in fact, 3 people in the apartment.
Yeah, that's a good point, man. No, check the hallway for locked doors, dummy. Or closed doors.
Yeah,
Check the hallway for
you
closed
get a
doors.
really snarky, I don't have thumbs, you dick.
Hey, whose fault is that?
They're on the wingtips.
Yeah, it's got thumbs. Yeah, it's a bat.
Just like onto the door handle.
That's how they can climb into your hair.
I wouldn't know that. I've been bopped on the head by one, but it went no hair, moved on.
So,
I can't get stuck here.
so there's a hallway. Is the hallway got closed doors, or is she like kind of?
It's got 2 closed doors.
Alright, neither.
There's one like straight ahead at the end of the hallway, and then there's like one off to the side.
That's a big apartment. Multiple rooms.
I mean,
That's
one
pricey.
is a bathroom or linen closet. The
It's
other's
pricey, man. All that floor space.
Bats indeed do have thumbs.
yeah.
Yep.
I wasn't sure if that little extra bit was considered a finger or not.
They've got little hands.
Mm-hmm.
There are wings.
Just stretchy,
It's
stretchy
just this
hands.
membrane right here is a lot bigger
It's
for
got,
theirs.
it's got big membranes.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how you relay any information about doors to us unless Tony just comes up and goes,
Yeah, Tony does let you know that there's doors.
Alright, cool.
So you're aware.
So Tony goes down the hall, comes back, just looks at us.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I've got a message to it. I just go to you and tell you there's 2 doors.
Thank big help.
How about you open them?
Tony,
I
like,
thumbs
Tony,
up.
yeah,
I
Tony
thumbs up
hangs
for my
upside
sons.
down.
With a thumb down.
so go ahead and spider us under the door, I guess.
Use a wild shape and give me my face spider. Which I named him, I forget. Ginger? Yeah, it's Ginger for gingerbread. Because fays have candy names, as we've established. Or Christmassy names.
Makes
He's
sense.
named after a tiger, so. Tony. It's a bat.
I was talking about Mary himself.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the fae or devil spirit that Tony is. We don't know if that's a fairy spirit.
It's not.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
imagine it's a
That's a
face
fiend.
something.
No.
I imagine it's a fiend.
It's a fiend.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
packed.
Tony's a fiend.
Yeah.
Yeah, that comes from his pact.
Okay.
That is just baseline warlock stuff, man.
Yeah.
Spider. Summoning over there in the hallway. Within 30 feet.
Okay.
I sit down, close my eyes, share senses, and have them go up to the doors.
Just
Well, as you know, there is a check required to get underneath the doors. It's
Some
an
door-
acrobatics check because your spiders are freaking huge.
They're tiny.
Yeah, which is a big category for a spider.
Tiny, like a mouse or a cat.
same size.
Or a dime-sized spider. Tiny.
All the same.
I'm misdiminutive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And fine.
Oh, there were 2 down there that they
Yeah.
cut off. Because they only cut out Colossal on the big end, but they cut off 2 on the
Yep,
smaller
they
end.
did.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, because
Oh.
spiders were in the fine category for
The frogs were diminutive.
Yeah.
But we had fine.
X. So I go up and look at each of the doors. Can I see under them?
I mean, not really.
Is there light
Okay,
coming from under them?
I have 30-foot dark vision.
Yeah, it's not that. It's not a very big crack.
Okay.
I'm gonna guess like both these rooms would make like a corner of the face of the building, right? Because you said one room was the door and the other one's somewhere else. So that means if I was facing one corner, I'd be facing both walls of these rooms.
Theoretically, if you're looking into a corner, there is in fact two walls that you're looking at. Yes, that's
Yeah,
how
yeah.
corners do.
Well, but are these rooms catty-corny to each other, or were they opposite of one another?
There's one here and one here.
Okay, yeah. So if I get to that that outside corner, I'd be facing both of the outside walls for those rooms.
Yeah.
And less her apartment adjusts against another apartment.
There's always potential weirdness there. It's just that if they're going to use a teleport spell, they're going to jump through one of those walls. So I wanted to make sure I was facing those walls.
So having Molly at one corner, you at the other corner.
Yeah. I mean, she's going
Okay, from the outside of the building. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that she jumps out into the street as opposed to going into another building that she knows.
Yeah.
Yeah, her apartment goes the full length of the building on
Okay.
one side. As in, there's two apartments on the bottom floor,
Okay.
two apartments on the top floor.
That's all. I just want to take a watch that they
Okay.
try to teleport away.
Yeah, I didn't understand your question. It's like, if I'm looking at a corner, do I see two walls? Like,
Yes.
well, yes. It's that's how that works. Like,
That's
how
all.
close-
That's all. I want to try to be anticipating that if they're going to come out, they're going to try to teleport through a wall.
Okay, because
Because that's what I'd do.
And as
presuming
to
that they,
like looking under doors, when you put your face down,
Spider.
you're okay. You said you looked under the door.
I am sitting
He's
down
in
in
the
the
spider
entryway
senses. We know that.
using spider senses. to
Okay,
command-
this is totally different than what I understood what was going on.
Okay,
You're
yeah.
like, before I do that, I look under the door.
No.
It's like,
spider looks under door.
okay.
Yes.
It looks into a room.
Do I see any bathroom stuff in there, or do I see any?
You
legs
see a
of
bunch
bed?
of floor. You see a foot of something that's on the ground.
Could be anything.
Okay,
Like there's a round post of some nature on the ground.
and that's the only post thing on the ground it sees.
It seems
Angle.
like it's looking at an angle.
Okay,
The item is at an angle.
I will go look under the other door, then I'll come back to this one.
Okay.
Depending.
So you were looking at this one first, the one directly ahead.
Yes.
Okay. That's the one I described. So I'm hoping you were looking at the one. Okay, so you're going to look at to the one off to the side.
Yeah.
Okay, so you look underneath there, and it seems like there is a post in like a straight line from the door. So like there's two posts in a line, and there seems to be like a wardrobe and other things in that room.
Okay, more bedroomy. I will try to slide under that door.
Okay.
Well, he got a wand, so squish it up against it. Total of 3.
There's little footsies kicking out.
It's too fat.
Yeah, your spider did not manage to get underneath the door. Just yeah, it's too big.
Need to check. Is it Tasha's that gave those extra abilities, or Santa Claus?
Cautious.
Tasha. Can I see Tasha's?
For what?
I believe I can unsummon and resummon it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can.
Yeah. So I will just move closer, unsummon it, and resummon it on the other side of the door.
Can't see through it.
Damn it.
Because when you unsummon it, you no longer have line of sight.
Mm-hmm. Well, I unsummon it to get it unstuck.
You need to go on a diet, Mr. Fairy Person. You're too fat.
Mm-hmm.
Just a fat little spider.
Do Explorer's Pack have lanterns and oil?
I believe so. Or torches.
No, it has torches.
Yeah.
Nah.
Dungeoneers have lanterns, right?
I don't know if any of them do because they're trying to keep that price down. So
Does anyone have any oil or slick things? I know I know not to bully a check. I have to
I
give
want
you
say
grease
that?
the spider.
Yeah.
We're in a house. Look at her lanterns.
Yeah.
I want to grease the spider.
Yeah.
There is lights in the house.
Aren't they all magical gems?
They're magical in nature.
Mhm.
Check the cooking oil.
There is cooking oil.
Yeah.
You could butter up your spider.
Yeah. I butter up spider. Send them back.
Ooh. That's no. No.
Okay,
don't like-
now that you have
I don't
your
like-
appropriately seasoned spider, because I don't know where you get your Fey familiars, but where I get them, they don't come seasoned.
No.
Spider
You
grease.
butter it up, you start cracking salt on it. Wait. No, not the salt.
It's using that.
You have a, slightly disgruntled buttery spider.
I send him forward, and this time I'm going to use my reaction to give him bonuses.
Alright, well, he's buttery, so I'm going to give him advantage on squeezing through.
Ah, yes.
Butter his biscuit.
So 11 plus the 5, so 16, 17, 18.
Okay, yeah.
Because I know, don't bully the check, you have to change the circumstances. Buttering the spider is changing the circumstances.
The spider has been buttered. Everything's completely different now. It's a whole new world. Don't you dare close your eyes.
This came to my mind too, but I'm upset.
I don't know whatever that is.
Okay, so your buttery spider is now inside the room.
Mm-hmm. Climbs up the wall. Climbs up the door.
Manages it just fine.
Yeah. Gets an aerial view of the room. Is there a bed? And there's obviously this dresser in here, or a wardrobe.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a bed? Or, more importantly, is there a person in there?
He doesn't see a person. There is a bed. It's canopied. So there are curtains around it.
So the person could be inside the curtains.
Have him.
And the light is off in the bedroom currently.
So, travel along the wall until you can get to the curtains.
So goes all the way around. Okay, he's on the curtains.
Mm-hmm. Can you find an entrance into there?
He can pushes the curtains open.
Uh-huh.
Nothing in there.
No one in that room. I'll have them search the rest of the room for a person, but otherwise.
Okay, go ahead and do a investigation with the spider.
Do I get to use my mentals as I tell
Nope,
them?
he is a familiar.
Okay. Natural 20.
Okay. The spider all of a sudden sees an overlay of math as he looks around the room. An elf laid here. Not 5 minutes ago. Seemed to have awoken and left the room.
Not that one. Rush the bathroom.
Okay, you go and open the door,
Mm-hmm.
fling it open. Lights turn on their own. It looks like a bathroom. There's a toilet. There's a big claw-footed tub, which is the pillar that they were seeing,
Mm-hmm.
and like a sink,
Hairbrush.
toothbrush, hairbrush. There appears to be some makeup in a little area with like a specialty light on it. It's a bathroom. There's a decorative towel. Seems relatively useless, and then out of the way inconveniently is an actual towel that you're allowed to use to dry your hands.
Mm-hmm.
Then when I finish ritualing.
You'd probably be finished about now.
Okay.
I think
I'll
she
walk
already left, but
Go back to the open the door.
Mhm.
Knock on the door.
Okay.
Does it glow?
The thing?
Yeah.
No, it wouldn't. It doesn't glow as you're knocking. Yeah, it's not glowing.
If I step out and close the door and...
It's still not glowing.
Do we need to check the bar, or do we want to leave and...
Well, we should loot first, then go check the bar. Well,
Are
no,
you
that'll...
serious?
Yeah, no, that'll
We
take
want
time.
her on our side. If we can just get her to follow step, it'll be a lot easier.
Oh, I was still under the impression we were going to torture her for information. Because they weren't going to
that's-
change sides, but okay.
You're such a pessimist.
We don't know that at this point.
True.
We were trying to get somebody alone to talk about this.
Look through the pouch on the side. You see what this is? It's a half vial, but it's poison. So it's a half a vial of poison. Is it empty or full? It doesn't matter. It's poison.
Okay.
Don't be such a pessimist.
I've seen you guys. Do you want to at least grab her hairbrush? Or hair from her hairbrush?
Apparently, you guys are into that.
Yeah.
Probably a good idea.
Feel free to.
And did we want to search the bedroom for any secret passages or anything like that?
Yeah, you go through. You pull out. Did I actually write down her? Give me just a second. Let me check my notes on her. Okay. Yeah, it's a red hair, like a reddish blonde hair, like a strawberry blonde.
Did we get from Molly what race she is?
She is an elf.
Oh, okay.
You got from the spider that she's an elf.
Oh, yeah.
I know.
Yes. Did we want to search the bedroom real quick in case there's a secret door she left through? Because she was in here. So, do you see any teleportation magic, which I guess is conjuration usually?
Depending on edition.
Have you informed them as to the insanity that is the magical hodgepodge of this area?
I mean, I've let them know that there's quite a bit of magic around.
But we
Well,
took
there's
her.
certainly a fair bit of conjuration, but she's cast a lot around here.
Yeah. Well, let's quickly look through that room. Make sure she didn't just duck into a hidey hole, like safe room, before we go to the bar.
I walk in. I walk up to the wardrobe, and I knock on the wardrobe. We really would like to form an alliance, to be fair.
Okay, you have knocked and spoken to a wardrobe
I spoke, like, out into the room as well, like...
as you're knocking on the wardrobe.
Yeah.
Okay. You've been in the building for about
10 minutes.
10 to 12 minutes, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I'm gonna go outside and talk to Molly.
Okay. She's at the, so you'd have to walk out and walk to, like, the front of the building, but not, because her door's in the back corner, not at the front of the building. So she's at the front of the building. I knew there was a reason I wrote down back corner.
Yeah. Go talk to Molly and confirm with her.
There's a window in here.
Yes.
Over, I just unlatch it.
Okay. It unlatches successfully. It is also, what you can see, has magic on it to make it opaque.
Yes.
From the outside.
But if it's unlatched and she doesn't notice, then it could be lifted and see through the
Yeah.
open part.
Yeah. Come on.
Because I'm guessing this is the window also that faces the street on the front, since her door was in the back and it went, this is the far end.
The window would be the front of the building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like towards the street, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Otherwise, there's no, like, obvious gap in location as far as like a missing section.
You can investigate.
I'll help.
Do you still have your D8?
It's been
No.
longer than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one used those.
I used mine.
Oh, okay.
26.
Okay. As you go and you look through the rooms and you're kind of examining the walls and like the space between the walls, it doesn't look like if there would be a negative space, it would be very small. So you don't know if the walls are just particularly well insulated from sound, or if it's there might be some negative space in there for some nature of secret compartment, but you don't readily see any of the clues that you would have noticed for accessing such a place. Like there, you look at places like, okay, there could be some negative space there, but you don't find anything that would be a way to access it.
And we're on the upper floor.
But
Bottom.
no, bottom floor.
Oh, okay.
Any trap doors or things that might lead to the sewers?
You want to go and start looking for like under carpets and things like that?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna go and investigate for trapdoors that lead down.
I guess I'll help. Since you were able to help me, then there's clearly enough difference in time that I can at least do that.
15.
As you're looking, you get into the kitchen area, and you notice that, like, in between the kitchen and where, like, her living room kind of spaces, there seems to be a rug that, when you stepped on it, it like didn't move. It kind of resisted it. So you tried to check underneath it and found that it folded up a little bit, and there was a handle when you open it up, and there is a downstairs.
Yeah.
You found her downstairs.
Go, Tony! No, I still have Spider. Go, Butter Spider! In case she fireballs. I've stuck my head in things first and got fireballed and sneak attack arrowed.
Well, instead of throwing arachnids, you can say, hello, we'd like to be your friend.
Well, you can say that as I throw an arachnid down
Yeah,
there.
what says hello, I want to be your friend, more than a spider to the face?
So
A buttery spider.
as between the two investigations, your vision is starting to darken again. So you're running out of your, because it's only 10 minutes, right?
I think so.
Yeah. So you're running out of your vision.
Okay.
So
Walk down to the base of the stairs.
Like down. The
Yeah.
thing?
Is
Okay.
it...
As you go down, it lights up, like automatic lights, like how the bathroom did.
Well, then it doesn't seem that she's gone down here, so she's left.
And as you look around, it's a root cellar, so it's food storage. It's stoned in, so it's not like a dirt root cellar, but it is a root cellar.
I'll just investigate the walls of that.
I'll help. You needed it.
20.
You go looking through, you find pickled duck eggs.
I mean, I'm looking for, like, a thing that'll be a passage to leave beyond here.
Okay. As you go looking through, you don't find any passages, but you do find pickled duck eggs.
Okay.
They're pink. Some kind of beetroot has been probably beet juice was added to them, so it's like a pickled beetroot, kind of like a sweet pickled egg.
I'll leave them.
They're really good.
Yeah, but they're not mine.
I know you could pour that half vial of poison in there.
I did think about it. But technically my half vial of poison is a spell, and it's not how that spell works.
Okay, gotcha.
You can't put friendship in a bottle.
Yeah, come up and it's like, we don't know how she got out, but probably magic.
She got out through magic.
Yeah.
That's the most likely culprit, yeah.
And most likely, how far are we from... Are we within a few blocks of the bar?
You're about a 15-minute walk from the bar.
Okay.
Well, pick up Buttery Spider. Let's go. Yeah. Pass Without a Trace is still on.
Actually,
Yeah,
as
you
we
cast anything.
head out, is there just around here
Pad of paper?
pad of paper, charcoal, that kind of?
Yeah, there's a pencil and looks like a shopping list.
Mother,
Mm.
can I see the coin?
Yep.
I do like sort of a rubbing of one side of it.
Mhm. So you put it like underneath the paper.
Underneath the paper and do like a rubbing. Sorry we missed you. We would like to come to an agreement.
Do you leave any moniker as to who you are, or is that all you leave?
I asked Mother what we should do for that.
Because so far you have full stealth mode the entire balance planes.
Yeah.
We're coming for you.
I mean,
I don't
you could
wear
do
hockey
the
pads.
little pirate. We don't actually have anyone wearing the symbol yet.
How to contact us? Good question.
You can make it easy.
Use Skywrite.
Yeah, we could use Skywrite during the day when people can see the sky.
That wouldn't help you.
No.
That wouldn't help her.
No.
It's just like someone saw it, I assume.
Do we want to say who we are?
Come to the slums.
Yes, we'll meet in neutral territory at the Extordium.
So slums or extordium, or what do you actually put down?
Do we have a feel that the Extordium is known beyond people that go to the Extordium?
I mean, you guys didn't really know about it till you went there.
We're new to town,
That's true.
but we also have another number of people that we work with that are in town that have worked alongside with that. So have we since gotten the feeling that...
I mean, it's better known now than it was before. And it's not, like, completely unknown. It would probably be something that could have been heard of or could be found. It's a location that could be found by somebody. With her kind of connections who was looking.
Yeah. What was the Extordium had something that was at the front entrance to the place. What was that? It was like
A door?
And illusions of
no.
apartments.
It was like a banister with an animal or something along those lines that marked the entrance. It was some.
Oh yeah, because there was like it was subtle,
Yeah.
but there was like some sort of animal motif that was like, oh, this is the random door that actually goes somewhere.
Yeah, because the other
I
one.
straight up don't remember.
Okay.
It was akin to like in Chamber of Secrets that like, oh, these handles kind of look like snakes, but nobody has noticed for hundreds of years because they're subtle.
So subtle. You know it's subtle because we told you so.
I mean, when it's in your imagination, that's how you do it.
You know, you can't just be like at the Extordium.
Yeah.
Okay.
That
Yeah,
was,
if we feel that is something that should be, you know,
It's like, we found it. She can. She's a gang person.
send word to the Extordium or something. Yeah. Basically, yeah, use that as the contact point.
Okay, so you just put send word to the Extordium?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just leave that there.
and then we'll go ahead.
And return the coin to Mother.
And then we'll go ahead and close up her place so we don't leave it unlocked.
Okay.
Leave like a few silver next to the spilled out salt, pepper, and butter that's been messed up.
Just the spidery butter.
Just like a peg for the.
She's just like, I have to throw this out. It's covered in spider hairs.
And those are pointy and jagged.
And irritating, yeah.
Mhm. So off to the bar to see if she went there, or just we good for the night.
I'm fine to leave it up to you. At this point, if she's buggered off like that, it may be wise to let her come to us.
I don't know. Leave Molly here.
It also
to
may
scope
be
the
that
place.
she decides that she's going to
Pull around her.
We'll pull a runner, or try and raise things up against us, or any manner of things.
So, Molly, watch the place.
Well, I was actually thinking we go to the bar just to see what's going down there.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Sure.
And it's like we don't necessarily need to engage her if she's in panic mode.
Yeah. But do we think leaving Molly here to watch over the place to see if she comes back is a good idea?
I mean, it seems pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess so.
We will send someone to, stake out with you or swap out.
I mean, she
tomorrow morning.
knows.
Yeah.
She knows what to do. She knows when things are sufficient that she can move on.
She also has people.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, she'd have to then contact them because she's not with them right now.
Yeah, we'll send her people to her
Yeah.
tomorrow morning.
She's like, just tell Hammerstein, he'll set it up.
Yeah. Off to the bar.
Reasonable.
Yeah, it's like we got a spy network, and she doesn't have to be the one actually keeping tabs on something for long hours.
Yes.
That's what workers are for.
Yeah, and it's like that's why we set it up so we could have them mostly be defensive for intruders, but also be able to send them out to help Molly do her job.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you guys head back to...
Well,
you're going to the Balance Blade bar.
Yeah, we're going to the bar.
Okay, so about a 15-minute walk later, you walk into the bar.
Right.
Everyone wearing their own faces?
I mean, no.
Well, I need to know these things.
Yes, because I don't have the ability not to do that.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I'm still in my nondescript elf.
Yeah, it's gray lady. You're Wolfgang, but you can change if you felt like it.
Yeah,
Just put on her face.
Okay, you're
Also a gray lady.
you look like her daughter.
that's how I'm helping sell it, man. I'm helping sell it.
It's like 12 in the evening and you've come in with a child. I don't think that helps sell it at the bar.
It's been after that.
Hey, we're here for like official political business.
You are a child. You look like a child.
At least make yourself look like a gnome or something.
Her face, big beard,
Okay.
Just a really
like
androgynous
like
looking
old
dwarf.
school salt and pepper biker beard.
Okay. Whatever you're into.
No, I just stick with what I am.
Okay. So, you'll walk into the Balance Blades bar. It is,
I will lag behind by about 30 seconds.
okay.
Just enough if they walk in and immediately run that I haven't walked in.
Okay. So, you three walk in to the Balance Blade bar, and they seem... It's a bar. There's people drinking. It's probably about 25 to 30 people in there. So it's not super full for how big the space is, but it's not completely empty. And there's some people who are wearing baldricks, and there's some people who aren't, and they're just drinking and generally having a good time.
Go to the bartender.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to order whatever house mead special.
It's pretty much like, it's like, the Yinglings are like a standard, like, this is the mead.
Yes.
Yeah. So, order standard mead and ask.
I cloak up before going to as well.
Okay. I didn't understand what you were doing. You're like, I put in my retainer? It's like, what are you doing? Okay, so you come in wearing a cloak about the time you're ordering.
Alright.
So you get a mead.
I'll sit down next to her at the bar. Also order mead.
But to the bartender, one more thing was I was wanting to rent the back room to talk to an informant.
Do you say informant versus out need to have a meeting?
Associate,
Yeah,
business partner.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
Not
It's like,
informant.
Yeah, you don't want to choose that hyper provocative language.
yeah, I'll
I have an assassin to hire, and I'm looking to do the business in your back room.
yeah. and it's
I've been doing business with the local guard captain. Yeah, you mind if I
To be fair, I think in this bar, the assassin less suspicious than informant.
So, she's like, that won't be a problem when you want to rent it.
Is it available?
Like right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
How long?
Hour?
Alright, 10 gold.
No. Then mead, like silver or something?
Oh, no, it's fine.
Alright.
She takes the 10 gold and puts it in her purse and goes, oh, go ahead, it's open.
Alright. Going.
You've been fleeced.
I mean, that's probably how this happens every day. It's like,
You're renting the secret gang's secret room. When they're not using it, they're extorting how much they're getting for it. That's fine.
It's not really a secret room, per se.
it's like people are just allowed to rent this thing.
So, yeah.
Alright. I go in the room.
Okay.
Going with her.
So, you have a drink, you have a drink.
I'm drinking.
Oh, I know you're drinking. Are you just drinking mead?
Yep.
And did you come to the room or are you staying out there?
I'm in a bar.
He's in the main bar. Gotcha.
Mm.
I'm at the bar. I'm your lookout. I'm here keeping your back line safe.
Mm-hmm.
You should value my service more. It's hard, valuable work.
More importantly, this mead is delicious.
But yeah, I'll be on the bar at the bar, and Tony will be outside.
Alright.
And I'll just be, keeping an eye on things.
Okay.
Given how many times we've scouted this place, there's none upstairs and we've seen inside all the rooms, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Between you and Adam, yeah.
Give it like 5 minutes, then I'll send Butter Spider under the door and towards the basement.
Alright, well, you know what that means.
Butter Spider needs to make some butter rolls.
Needs a buttery acrobatics with the
Is
knife.
it still slick?
Yes, it is still buttery. Butter doesn't evaporate.
Natural 20.
Alright.
Butter doesn't evaporate.
So
Are
get
you
around butter.
trying to sneak with your butter spider?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to need a stealth check from the butter spider.
Like a 5.
As it scuttles along and it is glistening and buttery.
Is this going down towards which basement? This prison cellar? Or?
Yeah, the prison cellar.
A shadow falls over the butter spider. There's a boot stomped on it.
Spider, I see you. Don't fail me now.
Well, it's a 19 to hit.
Yeah, that hit the spider. Did it do,
4 damage?
1 damage?
Yes, it squished. Your butter spider went poof.
Oh. My recollection of the bits of stories that I'd heard from their thing was that the stupid man ran into the kitchen and fought with this mage that we're now trying to go after. Is that correct?
Behind a bar, yeah. There was 2 bars.
Okay.
So you came in, went to the closer bar, got your drinks, and then there was another bar that right now is closed because there's not enough people to justify it being open.
Mm-hmm.
And the little meeting room that you're in is right near there.
Okay.
So after spider goes squish, I'll wait another 5 minutes and summon the spider back. Okay, this time don't get caught.
Spider is no longer buttery.
Yes.
You are aware that you can open this door for him.
I assume that would make it more obvious if someone was watching at the door versus him just slipping under it.
Okay, I'm just letting you know that you're making him take acrobatics checks to slip under a door that you could open for him.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and roll his acrobatics check to get under the door. He is not buttery anymore.
Yes. 19.
Yeah, yep. Slips right under the door. Go ahead and roll a stealth check.
Perceive.
Oh yeah. He stop, look and listen. He stops and looks to see if there's a person standing there ready to squish spider. He gets a +2, so a 6.
I mean, there's a lot of people wandering around.
Okay, now sneak to the basement door, which he got actually like an 8 last time.
Well, this is
I'm
a
just
new
saying, if you don't get over 10, he 100% gets seen. It's a big spider.
Yes, I got a 10.
Okay.
Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky over to the other door. Acrobatics check to sleep under that one. Natural 1.
Wait, so which door is he sneaking under first?
The one down to the basement, where the holding cell.
The first one is the room we're in to get back out into the main bar. Then underneath the door.
Oh,
to the
because you went in the other. Now I get it, and I get how stupid he's being. That's your comment about you can just open that door. That's the door he's like, oh my, you're so stupid.
I disagree. I'm magically summoning a spider. I don't want people to see that. That's why I'm in another room.
I'm being sneaky.
Okay, so your spider is just headbutting the door in frustration because he cannot slip under the door. And you just get the thought of, I need more butter.
I need more butter. That was obviously the problem.
I am not glistening enough to make it under this door.
He goes back to the bar to look for something slippery.
This spider needs to grease.
Okay, I'm going to need another stealth check, and this one's going to be a 15
The spider needs to grease its
DC
abs.
because he is now going in the place where the people are working.
No, you said this back bar didn't have people working at it.
Okay, there's nothing back there.
Oh.
They don't just leave butter hanging around behind a bar.
I mean, also if it's a bar that doesn't have a kitchen, how much butter do they keep?
I mean, maybe it's leftover from like.
I mean, there is food. There is a kitchen. It's just not by the back bar.
Oh, then I head towards.
Yes, which is why I like it. You need at least a 15 because you're going where people are working.
I got a 12. No, 11. Yes.
Okay. You know what that means? Someone's going to try and hit your spider.
No.
I rolled a 16.
Aw. Bye-bye, spider.
So,
What are you even trying to accomplish?
your spider has once again...
He's trying to see if she went and put herself in one of the 4 jail cells that are down there.
Just the basement and is talking to someone.
The basement, which is a small corridor between 4 jail cells.
I envisioned it as an open room with 4 jail cells along it.
It's like you go down the stairs and there's like a corridor, like storage lockers, and it's just jail cells. But they're doors.
Okay. I thought...
They're solid doors. They're not, like, barred.
Yeah. Because we couldn't see through them and they winked out magic.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought that was more open area where you could talk to people versus just a hallway.
No, they do that in the meeting room.
Yeah, they don't generally chill in front of the jail, in front of the prisoners.
Yeah,
just
that's where
chat.
they have their secret conversations that they don't want their enemies to find out about, within earshot of whoever they've
Enemies,
decided to.
So, does the bartender end up sending somebody to talk with us?
No.
Why
would she? You
You
rented
said-
a room to talk to someone.
Did you just think she provided, like, here's an info dump in PC for us?
I thought we could pay her to talk to somebody in the area, but I guess it's just running the room.
Oh, yeah, you
Yeah.
get...
What?
We didn't make overt things of, we want to...
That's why you were trying to pay for an informant.
Yeah.
You were running, I want to rent a room and rent an informant. Do you have an informant for me to rent?
Yeah, I mean, you needed to specifically request an informant.
And it's a little more than 10 gold.
And that's super sketch. Like, you're aware that's super sketch. She thought you all just wanted a room to privately party.
Yeah.
So we hang out in the evening and then go home?
Yeah, if anything, it seemed like basically you and Maribel had some sort of business deal that probably was underhanded, that she was renting you a private space to make your deal. That's what it seemed on her end. And to mine.
Yeah,
To mine, I figured you were just trying to figure out, is the person in the room? And you paid 10 gold to clarify that the elf was not hiding out in the private room.
Okay.
So, after about an hour and a half, there's a knock on the door telling you that you only pay for an hour.
Head on out.
No.
After an hour, I'm going to start spreading rumors.
Okay. What did
Drunkenly
Forrest
spreading
do?
rumors.
What did Forrest do this time?
Well, I tell you, I heard some bad rumors about that Forrest kid, but he's real nice. And him and that Jenny lass are real good people, and they didn't pay me to say this. It's real wrong that everyone's being so mean to them.
I want to say persuasion check, but it's not. So it's a deception check, but it's an inverse deception check. Where you're trying to get... This is golf score deception. You're trying to get super low here.
Well, to be fair, my deception and persuasion is not the same bonus.
Okay, but here's the thing. It's an inverse deception where you're trying to get low because you're trying to convince people that you're trying to deceive them.
Yeah.
So,
But
what'd you
but
get on
it is actually a lie. So
Yes, it's
so
actually
it's a proper
lie.
deception check.
It's a proper deception check, but he wants to get caught deceiving.
Yeah.
So it's an inverse deception. So what'd you roll?
I got a 12, so I get a total of 20.
Okay.
I lie very well.
Yeah, you
But-
lie super convincingly. They believe that this Forrest guy is actually a good kid who people are smearing his name, and no one paid you or asked you to say that. You just...
But Forrest didn't pay him, so actually, no, that would not be where the lie would be. The lie would be making them...
But Forrest didn't offer to pay him. Yeah, they believe that he's a good kid. He was a gang member. Good kid is not a descriptor of most gang members. You guys are the bad guys. I'd like to remind you that whilst you're setting up cookies to feed the homeless, you're in fact the bad guys.
Just last night, we snuck into a man's house and murdered him and stole all of his stuff.
Yeah, I'm bringing up the cookies stuff.
But yeah, no, I'm fine if they believe it or not. Just
No, they 100%
so
believe
long
it.
as it goes along. I just ham it up. Yeah, no, he's a great guy. Great guy.
I love that there's never going to be a payoff to this. It's just your own side quest of let's see how infamous
No,
we can make
we have
Forrest.
hair.
Yeah.
We have not given up on punishing Forrest. That is not a given up on thing. We're not necessarily not pulling Forrest back to torture him for what he's done later on, as petty people.
Yeah, but yeah, as long as I can get people that know about Forrest, I'm fine with whatever. they believe.
If I've got an hour sitting in there waiting for somebody who's not going to come, then I'm going to go ahead and do my own rubbing of the coin.
Just gonna leave these everywhere, just stash them in corners.
I took a short rest.
So
Yeah, you needed one.
Gotta recharge those wild shapes.
yeah, I do that too. I'll go ahead and take a short rest.
Okay, your arts and crafts project and your short rest will both be feasible.
Yeah, so I do that, and
Do you have like a book or some nature of paper? Or
yeah, I've purchased paper a long while ago. But I do that with what I got, and then ask the bartender if she recognizes this symbol.
She looks at it and goes, yeah. And she points around to all the dudes wearing baldricks that have the symbol on the baldric.
Yeah.
They're the balance sigil of the balanced blades. Yeah, I recognize it.
Can you tell me about the history of the symbol? I'm not.
It's
As I stand aside and overhear a little bit of this, I leave. I go to bed.
Do you take the carriage
believe
and make them walk?
I believe we would have sent that back unless we just had it.
No, you did. You didn't have a driver. You just had Molly.
Oh.
No, we probably had a driver and send it back because we can always just pull a random gang member to.
Okay.
Because we didn't take it outside of our area.
I don't get this idea of why we keep sending it back versus just having them wait to pick us up.
Because I get the feel that we stop it in the middle of the street, like just in nowhere.
You can go and park it.
It's like we can park it, or we can just have them making rounds while waiting.
But now I'll just walk back.
Okay. Just about 2 hours to get back.
Yeah.
So she looks at you and goes, I mean, it's a gang. They've been around for about 50 years. That's their sigil.
Oh. Do we know who the founder of the Balance Blades was?
Please say I want to roll a charisma check to say this less creepily and direct.
Like,
But I think he wants to be creepy.
No.
Oh.
Yeah. This was Ryan asking very direct questions versus
She's
using his
like,
charisma to
okay.
be circumspect.
She's like, I'm a bartender? I mean, I work at a bar.
Okay. Well, the thing is I want to be direct, so I'm not confusing people. Because if I go into like the thing of where I'm whatever buying people drinks and being like, hey, who's been around here for a long time, and he's just like, oh, being friendly with that kind of. It's
Just smack down on top of the table with all the balls. Just like, you know your boss, the rabbit? Yeah, we murdered him. Now where's your second in command? We need to talk.
No.
Not that direct.
Just an impolite pass. No.
Then you all die.
I just don't want it to be confusing and take a lot of time.
No, that's why you say my character does this.
Yeah.
Because
But, like, at some point I had to be like, if you were saying weird things, that's what your character's saying.
Okay. So,
Like, you're
my character will
you're
take the
being-
time in order to become friendly with the bartender and then try to smooth the information out of him of somebody who might have been around for a long time, so that I'd be able to get them to tell me like old stories about maybe the formation of the balance blades, so that I would be able to get more information on the potential history of the symbol and the coin.
She looks at you and says, I don't really know anyone who would know that. Most of the guys aren't what one would call look smart.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they don't, that's not usually what they do. And she's kind of like in close with you, whispering it because she doesn't want to hurt their feelings. But she's like, that most of these guys don't really know the history of the organization. It's not like there's a booklet they have to memorize.
Mm-hmm.
it's not like they have to memorize Psalms to get free drinks.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not.
And there's not like old timers or.
It's
What's
a
part of the
gang. No.
Okay.
Like, most of them are going to wind up dead or in jail.
I might be able to actually probably get better information for like civvies maybe that have been around here for a while.
Or going to talk to people who are historians of the area and things like that. Like, you could probably check around the university district, is what you're thinking, if you're looking for pure history, and trying to find someone who would know the history of the local area.
Okay, say that might be possible. It's kind of weird because it's like underworld information, so it's like how well recorded is it actually?
Yeah,
Oh,
but
man.
there's a lot of information about gangs that are underworld gangs and mafia,
If only we had
They're-
Streetwise.
things like that, and things of that nature. It's a thing that exists and that people study, but usually to find that kind of information, you need someone who is like a local historian or something like that. But your standard bartender at a gang hangout,
Alright.
and gang members don't really like.
Also, while they wear the symbol, they maybe don't have super pride in the organization.
Or they'd say things like, what's the symbol mean? We throw blades. It's a balanced blade because we throw blades. That's the answer you're most likely to get
Mhm.
from them. Is like, the meaning of the symbol is pretty self-explanatory.
I'll show you.
Yeah, it's not like the pyre that has an actual deep meaning to it.
Mhm.
Or if it is,
It's literally, we throw things.
if it is, that's not necessarily what most of our gang members know.
Right.
The tie of like the double meaning between the church and I mean it's like
I mean, some of them know. Some of them
yeah.
come to church.
Yeah, some of them come to church, and some of them get why
And
the
I'm sure
organization is called that.
yeah, and I'm sure some of them are thinking that the gang is ultimately a sect underneath the church, while as others think that the church is a front out beyond the gang. And
then there's people who are unaware that they're related at all.
yeah,
Right.
They just think whoever owns this bar is religious
Mhm.
and rewards piety.
Indeed.
I love gambling and drinking. Now, tell me a psalm and get a free booze.
Well, it's like, all right. Well, I thank the bartender for her time.
Yeah, you kind of come to the realization that your character does that you have indoctrinated your people quite heavily into your religion so that they would know the history and the reasoning behind everything. this is not one of those organizations.
These guys are lazy. They're bums.
Okay.
Like, the history of it is less useful than the practical purpose of a job and a group of friends and people to keep you safe and to work under
Alright.
for some nature of security.
Then I will check out the university district tomorrow after training.
Okay.
Let's go home.
Okay, so you get home.
Probably around the time I do. Because they have the carriage and I don't.
I thought you guys sent it back with the driver.
We've never not sent it back before, but we can.
I would not have commanded it to be sent back. I would have had them park at the edge of the bounce.
Yeah, I didn't know there was a
store.
parking area.
Oh, yeah.
I thought like you'd have to like rent a stable or a yard to park it.
I mean, you just kind of pull it off to the side of the street, and if you're in someone's way, they'll tell you to move, and you kind of need to move it. But it's late.
Never
at
been to
night.
Kentucky.
It's late at night. Yeah.
Well, I mean, most places have street parking.
Yeah, I've not been to
I
Kentucky.
would want the return trip, so I'm just gonna have them at the edge where they let us off.
So yeah, you guys get back about the same time as Wolfgang,
Okay.
which is about 2 or so.
Okay. I'll probably stay a couple more hours. Make sure everyone's nice and rowdy on. Yeah, you got a bad rap.
Okay, just give it a general charisma check for rabble rousing on Forrest's behalf.
I'm gonna make factions. We're gonna have forest wars inside the city.
Because I mean, the wharf is anti-forest, and so is the horse's head.
23.
Okay, you get them like going like, man, this guy's got a bad rap. He doesn't deserve this kind of like, all these rumors that the damn pyre's been spreading down at the horse's head. They don't deserve that. He was one of their own. Talk about lack of trust, betrayers.
Yep.
So you're giving your own gang a bit of a bad name.
I'm fine with this. It's like not where I was intended to go, but I'll take it.
Meeting back.
I can't see this ever going badly.
Primarily because if it did, you wouldn't be there.
And if it did, I'd probably laugh.
We
It'd
need-
probably be really funny.
Do we need to send word to the Extorium?
Maybe not tonight, but soon.
Yeah, in the morning meeting, we'll have some of Spartacus boys or someone run a message over.
Or have whatever our warlock friend show up.
Well, we get back at 2, so sleep till 10 in the meeting.
Get our sleep schedule reset.
Why not? Let's go ahead and pop this chest open. See what's.
Oh, yeah.
Very well.
Behave like normal.
I have 2 more can't dispel magics.
Okay, so you take out the secret chest in the gem
Mm-hmm.
and just stab it, smash it,
Yeah.
give it a chew, tastes like rock candy, and this large chest pops out. No, actually, after you break the stasis cell, it would be a little chest. Little trinket chest.
Mm.
And you give it a little squeeze, a little Pikachu, I choose you, and you throw it on the ground, and this large chest pops out.
Is it trapped? Let's find out.
Detect magic.
It's magical.
Even after being biggened, it's still magical?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's a spell.
Oh, I thought the spell literally just made a normal chest tiny.
No, it transports it back and forth from the other dimension.
Oh, okay.
It's literally the spell component required for that spell.
Yeah, the little box is a replica that gets the real box out of the other realm.
I think we probably investigated to
It's
see
like
whether or not.
Lehman's tiny chest
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leoman, the absolute Chad.
of utility.
Just the best spells.
I think we investigated to see
Yeah,
whether
so,
or not it's trapped.
I assist the Wolfgang.
Investigation.
Yeah.
You got assisted, so you do. It is with advantage.
You get a 14.
Well, no, you're doing it.
yeah.
I'm assisting you.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
But I rolled mine, so I had this.
It's like I rolled a 1. I'm taking
not
my
risking
second
the
one. It's 14.
Yeah. The other dice is rolls a 14.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
22.
Okay, it is not trapped that you can tell.
It
Open?
does not appear to be trapped.
Sand out there.
So this is a relatively large chest, and in the side of that one side of the large chest, there is a 1 foot by 1 foot by 1 foot cube, 1.5 foot by 1.5 foot by 1.5 foot cube.
Is a cube.
It's ornately decorated, studded in gemstones, and if you pick it up, it's heavy. It's about 25 pounds.
Is that the Insta Fortress?
No.
That's a lot smaller.
Then there's
Yeah, it's much smaller.
5 vials. One of them is green and about in like, sure, why not? It's a Coca-Cola bottle, but green with green liquid in it, and the other one are Pepsi bottles with red liquid in it.
Yeah, I'm not sure magic item that's that big. Well, foots are pretty big for most of the cube items.
Then
Well, half foot.
there's a backpack in there, and attached to the backpack is a very nice, very plush. Like if you feel the inside, it's like the softest of silk liners, and the outside feels rough, like a very well waxed canvas bedroll. There's a pair of boots that look extremely comfortable in there. And then there's a little vial with a needle inside of it. And
Another tattoo.
and then there's a staff with a crow's head.
We just kind of assumed he was rogue. We never did figure out what maybe class he was.
Probably rogue.
Yeah.
He had a hand crossbow and a
Short sword and dagger. Yeah.
it's studded leather.
And if he was a rogue, he can use magic device.
True.
So we'll get
10 minutes to get up, detect magic, and start the identifying.
Okay. The Coca-Cola one is an elixir of health.
Mm.
The 4 Pepsi-looking bottles, but with red liquid in them, are greater healing potions. The bedroll is a bedroll of comfort, which is a utility magic item that is just it's extremely comfortable bedroll. It makes it so that you are unaffected by weather conditions and you get a good night's sleep. The boots are boots of comfort, and they you can increase your travel speed by 1 on foot without causing exhaustion, so you can move at a much faster rate whilst traveling. The explorer's back is just an explorer's back. The needle is a barrier tattoo needle. It's a full limb tattoo, and the staff is a staff of bird calls.
Could use that to bring in my crows.
Oh, and the box is a abracadabras.
How would a hooby what it?
Abracadabras. It is a chest with 20 charges on it that you can expend charges when you can name non-magical items, including raw materials, foodstuffs, or liquids, with a total worth of 1 GP or less, and the named objects magically appear on the chest, provided that they can fit. Inside it, the chest doesn't contain anything. So if you want the chest to conjure a plate of strawberries, a bowl of hot soup, a flag and wagon, of stuffed animals, a bag of 20 caltrops, food, drink conjured in the chest are delicious and don't spoil and they spoil if they don't consumed after 24 hours. Gems and precious metals created by the chest disappear within 1 minute. So if you create, like, I would like 1 gold worth of diamond, it disappears in a minute. So doesn't really do anything. It gets 1d20 charges at each dawn. If the last charge is expended, roll d20. On a 1, it loses all magic and becomes an ordinary chest, and all of the gemstones encrusted upon it turn to dust. It's an abracadabras.
So it's sort of like a cloak of many things, except it recharges.
And you get a choice. It's not predetermined.
Yeah, and it's
Here's
food.
Yeah.
the
also
food.
literally I wish as an David's adventuring, and do I just have this? Yes, I do. If it's 1 gold or less.
Anything also has a lot of options that are way more than 1 gold.
Yeah.
Bags of money.
Yeah, but like you can, if you're traveling somewhere, this is a box of
a bug out
perfectly
bag.
cooked, delicious food.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bug out bag.
Just the most comfy bug out.
And the needle barrier tattoo sets your AC at 18.
Like
good.
one sore.
No,
As long as
while
you
you
have it
aren't
on.
wearing armor, the tattoo grants you armor class of 18. You can still use a shield. It is literally your AC is 18 needle.
Dibs? I mean, yes, technically, much like the...
Not you.
Look, I go into battle, would that work with Wild Shape?
The way that Wild Shape works is any item that you don't want to get pulled into yourself, you can leave exterior. So yes, it would. Because the tattoo, you just be like,
And
the
my
spider
bear-
has a tattoo.
Yeah.
Or the bird has a tattoo. Because it covers an entire limb.
Mhm.
But if you become a snake, it does not work.
No limbs.
I'm willing to accept that.
That's a good one. I'm happy with that joke. Well done, Adam. I'm very proud of you.
Yeah, because it'd be between the two of you.
You slithered that one right in.
And, well, I was going to say he has mage armor, but
That
mage
makes it
armor's still-
13, which
yeah,
is still lower than what you're sitting at.
Yeah, my studded leather.
And
No,
there
I
is-
haven't studded, just normal leather.
Yeah, there is +2 leather armor. Oh, you're wearing it.
Yeah, I've got it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. It requires attunement.
Oh, that there would be the downside.
We can bring it up later. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not in the immediate need for it right now. To try and get my sleep schedule back to normal.
Mm-hmm.
My sleep schedule is already normal.
I take that in the hand crossbow. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so
I'm the
that's-
only one who can use it.
Mm-hmm.
And all of there isn't any more money in here. You kind of gather that the money that was in the bag was his bug out money. This was just like, if anything bad happened to him, he has elixirs to get rid of any negative conditions, and if he's got potions to heal himself up, and then it's stuff to get away.
Yeah.
The thing of health just remove afflictions or
Elixir of health removes
Diseases and
Blind, deaf,
diseases,
and paralyzed, poison.
All that stuff that you normally need restoration for.
Yeah, a lot of different conditional effects.
Oh, interesting. It's got its own physical description that's different. It says it's clear red liquid with tiny bubbles of light in it.
Ooh. Yeah, I didn't actually read that. I just kind of wrote down the things
Coca-Cola.
that were in it, and then I went, it's a Coke bottle.
it also has.
I was
tiny
trying to
little-
just distinguish between the two different liquids.
Yeah.
Hey, it's close enough.
The bottles look different. One's a Coke bottle, one's a Pepsi bottle. That seems a pretty.
Well, I feel like we
reasonable
did a lot today.
Mm-hmm.
So, as you sit there with this bounty upon the table, and you're rabble-rousing about Forest, we will pick up here next time. Like, comment, subscribe, stick around, check out other items on the channel. Thank you so much for joining us. Bye.